Hey everybody, thank you for joining my channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment if you will. Shouts out to my dentist for getting me together today. They are the best. They are absolutely amazing. Anyway, I want to talk about that I've been the problem the whole time. I say this jokingly, but yes. And I know people may love to be like, yep, you the problem. Yep, it's all your fault. Yep, everything that's happened to you, you are where you are in life because of you. And if you don't have X, Y, and Z, it's your fault and all of that. Yes, to some degree, they are absolutely right. But don't shoot the messenger. Don't beat me down because I'm down. Or don't think, you know what I'm saying? People love to be like, well, you have nobody to blame but yourself. That may be true. I have nobody to blame but myself. But are you going to make me feel worse about my decisions, my bad choices? Don't make me feel worse. That's a waste of energy and waste of time, because that's not solving anything. If I'm an alcoholic and I'm trying not to be an alcoholic, and I make a mistake or I fall victim to drinking again, don't try to say, well, I knew you weren't going to be able to do it. That's not support. You're not supporting me. You're not helping me. Ultimately, yes, it is my responsibility, and it's going to be up to me if I don't want to drink, which I'm just using it for an example because I don't drink anymore. Thank the Most High. And I'm planning on buying me I need a juicer because I'm about to do juicing, inshallah. Anyway, but this video is about you the problem. You've been the problem the whole time. It ain't nobody else. Yes, it's your fault. I know you don't want to hear that. It's your fault because it's your responsibility to choose better for yourself. It's your now. I can actually take ownership for my actions and stuff like that. Yes, some things has happened to me out of my hands. Some situations I had no control over, and I was unavoidable. However, there are situations where even if someone does you wrong or do you unjustifiably, you can still use that to your best interest, use it for your benefit. But we all know that train of thought and that frame of reference comes over time, because we have been in situations where we have been traumatized and have post-traumatic stress and all this. We have trauma that we have to heal from and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we are healed in the name of Jesus, and we are set free, and we are delivered by his stripes. Okay, so we're not holding on to what people did or people, places, and things, or experiencing anything in 2024. That's why I'm looking back on it, that some of these things that are situations and limitations, if you're not currently in that situation, you could be perpetuating this experience subconsciously or consciously in your brain, in your mind. So we have to know. That's why I say that you are the problem. I am the problem, because your mind is going to be the determining factor. How your brain operates is going to change your life. So if you choose to dwell on negativity and things that are past, or things that does not serve your best interest, then you may stay stagnant and stay in repetitive cycles over and over and over. So with that being said, Ray Charles could see that I have made progress on so many levels because I changed my thought process. I changed my perspective. I changed how I look at things, so I can have a clear understanding of where I'm trying to go and where I want to be. Because if you can have an idea of where you want to go in life, but your mind has to be made up to stay consistent, to be in alignment with your goals, with your purpose, with your plans. So that's why at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And with that being said, this is a reminder or a confirmation for somebody, is that you are on the right track, and that you did what you had to do for your best interest. And most of your issues now are mentally. They're not even environmentally or physically. That's like, you may be physically healthy, you may need to work on bettering your health. All of that stuff is in your control. So first of all, we have to, that's like, if you could take a homeless person off the street, and given the right information, if they really truly want to change their life for the better, they can and be sustainable over time and not be homeless again ever in life, inshallah, 9 times out of 10, this person could change their life in 3 to 6 months if they are determined and they focus and this is what they really want to do. But you cannot want better for yourself, but you're actually stuck and stagnant in old repetitive cycles. You are drinking or drugs or dealing with people that do not mean you any good or not in your best interest, then that will delay your progress. So, and that has to be understood, because that's why I actually moved to the state that I'm in right now with probably $20 in my pocket. But I was focused and I was determined to getting a job, and I got hired within a week of being in this city or state I'm in, and I lived with a man that I met for about a month, and then I got my apartment within 4 months of being here. So because I was determined to work and have a place to stay. So my situation, my problem was situational. It wasn't psychological. It wasn't that I'm not capable of working or getting a job. If the opportunity presents itself, I could definitely work. So they say in human services that they have environmental situations or psychological influences, psychological factors, environmental factors, situational factors, and I'm sure they have probably a list of other things too. But you see what I'm saying? You may be watching this video and your issue isn't psychological or mental or physical. You may not have a physical disability, you may not have a psychological disability, but you may keep yourself stagnant in some area of your life due to your perspective on certain situations and certain topics or experiences that you have experienced. And you may keep playing the same story over and over and over in your head like a broken record, because this is what you're accustomed to and what you're used to. But like me, myself, I'm speaking from personal experience. I have evolved and have grown on such a grand scale, a large scale, but my mind may tell me something different. My mind may play tricks on me and may not really give me the credit that I deserve. My own conscience may not give me the props that I deserve. My own friends and family may not give me the props that I deserve. My own man, my own husband may not give me the props that I deserve. But all praise to the Most High, and the Most High only in every situation. That's why at the end of the day, I was the problem, because I chose to let situations keep me stagnant because of my limiting, my brain damage, my trauma, all of that. Yes, that's still in my head. That's still all in my brain. That's still me at the end of the day. Yes, this people that abuse me and hurt me or treated me wrong and all of that and whatever, they could be dead and gone. They not even here. So, but at the end of the day, so why would that still stop me or be a problem for me or a factor for me? It's not a problem or a factor for me. Or they could still be alive, but they're not relevant in my life, or that what another person do or don't do has no effect on my life as a whole. If you are affecting my life in real life or in person or online or whatever, I have to accept that to be affected by that. But if I know the truth and you don't know what you're talking about, then you're going to get ignored. And that goes for online or in real life. So that has to be understood. So I could love you and you could be delusional to think that I got low self-esteem, or I don't know my worth, or I don't know my value, or I'm delusional, I'm crazy or whatever. But that would be your own, that would be your misunderstanding, that would be your own ignorance fooling you, because you can't convince me of a lie. But that's what people would try to do. People would try to convince you of a narrative that is completely untrue, because in reality, I'm good, I'm blessed and highly favored, anointed and appointed, and I'm not here just by a coincidence or a fluke or anything like that. But all praise goes to the Most High at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, we have to know our worth and our value, because we are ultimately our own responsibility, and we could be the problem, because the way we see things and the way we look at things and the way we view things and our perspective on things has to be in alignment with our highest good and our highest self and all of that. Now, my husband could not be with me physically at this present time, or whatever the case may be. That does not have anything to do with me personally. I'm great and fabulous and all that in a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you choose to live your best life separately, I'm just using this for example, then that's just a choice that you decide to make. But at the end of the day, nobody can stop you from living your best life, or being healthy, happy, and whole, and a mind, body, and soul. And that has to be understood. Just because a person is not with you physically does not mean anything. And this video is for somebody, so that has to be understood. That, and don't let nobody make you feel sad or bad or anything like that. Definitely not permanently. You could feel sad or bad temporarily, but definitely not permanently. So, because I could want my situation to change, but I only have control over myself and my life, and you only have control over yourself and your life. So you are your own problem. You are your own problem. I am my own problem. If I can create problems in my head or scenarios in my head, but I can also create solutions and solve problems myself, for myself. When they say when you know better, you're supposed to do better. So I know better, and I'm actually doing better. So I have to that encompasses every minute, every hour of the day for me. Nobody is perfect 24/7, 365. Nobody has it all together every day of their life. But we do have to take control of the time that we have and use it to our advantage, and not giving it to somebody else's hands, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your brain. And if they are living rent-free, let them be your motivation and your inspiration to do better and want to live better and be happy and whole. So at the end of the day, just know that you are in control of your life and your destiny, and it's not their problem, it's not their fault. They could have messed up, they could have dropped the ball and all of that. They could have tried to sabotage you and mess your life up and all of that. But you are not letting that affect you. You are not letting that bother you. You are moving on with your life. You are not letting anybody, people, places, and things hinder you anymore. You're not holding on to past luggage and strongholds and disrespect and boundary, all of that BS and nonsense and foolishness. You have your own boundaries. You set your own boundaries, and you secured your boundaries mentally, spiritually, emotionally, to where that is a thing of the past. You can look back on it and you can say, I don't want to have anything to do with that. But you don't have anger towards anybody or whatever. You're just doing what's in your best interest, unapologetically. And you could still love people. You don't have to be mad at them. And if they want to change their life for the better, if they want to stop drinking and doing drugs and stop hanging out all the time, if that's the situation, or if they want to get a job and save their money and not waste their money on superficial BS and nonsense and foolishness, they have room to do that too. If you want to not be low vibrational and demonic, and you want to actually live your life right and believe and have a relationship with the Most High God, you can do that too. They have the room to do that too. But if that's not what you want to do, I can't make you do that. But I know from myself, I'm only in control of my actions and my reality, how I want to feel and how I want to live my life. So you cannot be a problem for me. We are our own problem. I told myself I don't have problems, because problems, I solve them. We solve problems. We don't have problems. But I am my own problem. I am my own only concern. So I am my own responsibility. So we create problems in our head. We create situations that are not even relevant to the cost of tea in China. That's like we have to focus on what actually needs to be done and what we actually have control over and what we have power over, and focus on that, because that is way more important than worrying about shoulda, coulda, woulda, or an illusion in your brain that's wreaking havoc on a repetitive cycle that is not productive in no shape, form, or fashion. So yes, remember to always keep the Most High first. Hopefully you got something from this video, and be blessed. Assalamu alaikum, my sister and brothers. See you next time. Bye.